Crypto gaming is going to have its moment soon. So why not talk about the granddaddy of crypto gaming? Right now, pretty much the largest market cap token in the space right now, IMX. What is going on? Prepare now because the time is coming for altcoin season. Let's get right into it. IMX right now is about $1.59 from the all-time chart. It looks a little bit iffy from a market cap standpoint. Looks pretty good. In terms of inflation on the IMX token, it's looking better than ever. We go to the vesting, and for the most part, a lot of these tokens are already finally in circulation. It's a beautiful time to be in crypto gaming because a lot of these coins have been around for some time, and it is finally the high-octane time to think about things other than this little chart right here. Over the past month, it has been bouncing very aggressively over the past 7 days, about 15% up. There was some FUD in regards to the SEC, but remember, Mr. Gary Gensler's leaving on January 20th, so you know what, screw it. They're going to be just fine, just like most other cryptocurrencies. We're going to likely see a bounce up from here as altcoin season begins to trickle in. So let's get into what IMX is and what they're doing. First off, they have a lot of games. I mean, and by a lot of games. This is a ridiculous amount of games. With this being said, they don't have a clear winner yet in terms of games. They have some games that have gotten some pretty solid traction. And by the way, Ni no Kuni, that's a pretty awesome little collaboration there. They have 𝐉𝐸_Games, which I think 𝐉𝐸_Games personally is pretty dope. The Moon Tropica community is always rating my posts, so I'm definitely seeing them. There's quite a few of these collaborations that have been fairly large, big collaborations here. So a lot of games here that are building. They did over 440 signed, well-funded games, over 200 just from this year. There's a lot of stuff happening for IMX and a lot of growth. IMX actually saw about 71% growth in IMX. 181 new game announcements and record-breaking adoption. Check this out. In terms of migrations, 33 games went ahead and migrated over to IMX, 21 for Arbitrum, 13 over to AVAX, and then it continues to trickle down from there. In terms of year-over-year growth of new games, IMX is about 70% growth in comparison to some of these other gaming ecosystems, some of them even being down over the year. In terms of the share of total announced games per ecosystem, IMX has been absolutely killing it. They have some pretty cool titles like Raven Quest, former Web 2 title, going over to Web 3. They've been killing it. Shout out to Raven Quest. They've been doing an awesome job in the crypto gaming space. And so they have, for the most part, been the big signer for the crypto gaming industry. They've signed tons of games. They have tons of collaborations. From an infrastructure standpoint, they're also very competitive. They have a couple cool tech, industry players that are there. But even more important is probably their Marble X collaboration. Marble X chose IMX to go ahead and create their home for Web3 gaming in South Korea. If you didn't know, this is a $3 billion company that is choosing to make IMX their home for crypto gaming integrations. Huge deal here for Marble X, for IMX. There's a couple tech stacks that they have that are pretty competitive. They have the Passport. I personally, I don't enjoy it that much. I don't like the Passport that much. They've got to work on the UI on this thing. Another thing, they have Immutable X, which is, the base stuff. If you're looking for free minting, not having to worry about any of this stuff. There's been common complaints in the crypto gaming industry. Remember from Axie Infinity, I paid a ridiculous amount in gas fees, or I don't feel like having to get Ethereum. It's too hard to get into crypto. Nowadays, you don't have to care about that. You just get the Immutable Passport. They pay for everything with this Immutable X marketplace. And then you go over here to Immutable ZK if you're a dev and you're looking for some awesome high-octane technology to integrate the blockchain into your crypto game. Simple as that. We want to make it easy for the devs. We want to make it easier for the consumer. And we want to make it so easy that they don't even know they're in crypto. That's exactly what they're going for here. And so from a normie standpoint, from a retail standpoint, IMX has all the cards to be the #1 crypto gaming ecosystem on the planet. With this being said, they haven't had the smash hits yet. They have 400 different games. They have some big players that are coming over to IMX, but it hasn't happened yet. So something we should go ahead and keep in mind. Something I will say though, big props to Altura here for saving the IMX ecosystem. The first and only custom marketplace solution is being built on Immutable from Altura. Altura has needed this, and also IMX has needed this. In terms of IMX, they need the infrastructure, and Altura needed the marketing. So this is a big plus for Altura, for IMX. They're probably the best marketplace solution on IMX by far. IMX has needed this for a long time. Other things I've noticed, spider tanks, they're also just randomly teasing the fact that the IMX team is visiting them. This is from Gala Games. I used to cover the heck out of spider tanks back in the day. Just shows the trend that continues to happen where IMX is just putting themselves everywhere, just everywhere right now. Games are all looking to be building on IMX. Great. I mean, that's great. We know that the tech is bullish, and we know that there's a bunch of people building, and we know that the tech is going to carry it far. But how far can the tech carry IMX? Is IMX actually that bullish? Well, my friends, it's time to look at the price. The price for IMX deserves to be at $9. $9 in terms of a market cap standpoint, is about $1.7 billion back in the day. We're at 2.6 billion, so we're way higher than we were before, and that's because of token inflation. This token had terrible tokenomics when it launched, but these days, it does not matter. I think IMX is going to go much higher in Q1 of this year when crypto gaming gets its second leg up. I know AI is running. I know that some of these other niches are running, but inevitably so, some of these IMX games are going to take off. Some of the AVAX games are going to take off. Some of the Arbitrum games are going to take off. They're already looking. I mean, Off the Grid's killing it on AVAX. Shout out to AVAX. But as it stands right now, IMX is doing all of the fundamental work to be a key player in the gaming space. We look at the total market cap for gaming right now. It's at about $25 billion, half of what it was at its all-time highs, is climbing up back to its yearly highs. I do expect this to continue, and I'm expecting some positive price action. If I had to guess, guys, it is time to be bullish, big bullish on IMX, because they're going to continue to get that network effect of games building on IMX. They're going to be like the Ethereum of crypto gaming from a layer 2 standpoint, I guess, because they're layer 2 on Ethereum, right? But it's looking very good for IMX. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. That's TLDR. What's going on with IMX? You bullish? You not bullish? Stay classy. And that's all.